Welcome to the MoneyShow.com video network. My guest today is Lane Mendelsohn. Welcome, Lane.
Thanks, Tom.
Well, 2008 was pretty crazy from a trader or an investor standpoint. 2009 is not getting off to a much better start. Your website, tradersplanet.com, is a social networking or media site for traders and investors. And I'd be interested what the individual traders and investors, what kind of commentary you're seeing, and so far this year.
Well, there's been a lot of commentary both from the community itself, but also from analysts who are on the Trader Planet team. And from what I've seen, 2009 is going to be even worse than 2008. More volatile, more uncertain, more unpredictable.
And so you hear a lot of a lot of people trying to encourage themselves or to caution themselves, huh?
Well, I think what I've seen is I see kind of a circling of the wagons because nobody is immune. You're not immune to what's been happening. I'm not immune. Maybe we haven't lost our jobs. Maybe we haven't lost our house. But, we've seen our real estate investments decline in value. Our retirement accounts have declined. Over 3 million people have already lost their jobs, and that's going to continue to mount. Over $2 trillion in retirement funds have already been lost. And so people are in a position where it's like, okay, great, what do we do now? And by going to the community itself, going to the site, you can get a perspective from different people who are also in the same boat, so to speak, and find out what are they doing to, number one, safeguard themselves and their families from the economic crisis that we're in the midst of. But also, I believe that there are going to be a lot of really breathtaking opportunities that are going to present themselves. And if you're at the right place at the right time, I think it's possible that there's a population of people that are going to actually come out of this stronger than when they got into it. But it's all a matter of the information that you are relying on and timing, as you know. And
with a global, since you have members around the world, you must get some interesting perspectives on some of the different countries where maybe the news that filters back to the U.S. is not quite as sanctioned as what we're getting.
Well, the thing about it is because it's a community, you're not hearing what's for public consumption or what's been censored. You're hearing it straight from the streets. So you're hearing from all over the world, all of the different countries, what people are doing, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're experiencing. And I really believe that the markets, there's a domino effect. What happens in one country is going to impact other countries. That's without a doubt. So if you can go to the community and get that perspective and take those blinders off, I think that you're really going to be able to look at things more objectively and find areas where maybe you previously were focused on a particular sector and expand. And I'll give you an example. Myself, I'm very involved in the ETFs, but primarily it had been in domestic ETFs. Well, through my involvement on the site, I have met people, and I say met, I've met them online, of course, but I've met people who are involved in these foreign ETFs. Well, that's something that now I'm looking at myself, and I think there are some great opportunities there. But on my own, I wouldn't have ventured out there.
So it's expanded your horizons.
Absolutely it has. It's opened my mind, and I've been able to communicate with others who maybe have more experience than myself in those particular areas. I've learned what they've done and what's worked for them. And not that I rely on that solely, but I certainly do factor that in when I'm making my decisions.
Very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you for joining us, the MoneyShow.com video network.